All right, well, welcome back to Nails by Sora. We are back at it again with some nail art designs for my nail art book that I'm putting together. And if you haven't been watching, I am getting something off my nail right now. I'm compiling a book with some nail art samples that I can bring into work so that if somebody wants some nail art like they did today and they didn't know what they want, like they did today, or like they didn't today, I can, open up this book and show them some samples and hopefully help them make a decision. So it's coming along. We are doing a few different collections, some floral collections, some viral nail art that's going around, and we're going to continue the theme today. But I want to do, and I've been wanting to do for a while now, the seashell art with the clamshell, some 3D, and I don't want to just do the clamshell, but I want to also do some starfish, which has been hanging around. I'm gonna work in a sand dollar, and then I want to do a 3D clamshell with a pearl in it because I have this beautiful 3D Aurora Gel that I got from Candy Plus. It's absolutely stunning, and when I was using it one other time, I made note of the fact that it would make a wonderful pearl for inside a clamshell. So we're going to do that. Don't know if I'll get it all done in one recording. It will definitely be all in this video, but I don't know if I'll have the energy to do it all tonight. It is almost 11 o'clock at the time of starting this, so we'll see how far we get. I have been trying to figure out how I want to tackle the backgrounds. This one's not so much of a problem because it's going to cover the whole nail, but I don't want just random objects sitting in the center of the nail. I want to create kind of a scene. So I was thinking about using this glitter from Eggshell that I haven't really gotten the chance to use too much, and kind of doing an ombre peekaboo with it with this Cornflower Hour. So let's try it on one nail, see what it looks like, and then we will continue on. Maybe trying to think if I want to lay down like an eggshell, which I have. Excuse me. Reaching above the camera, as kind of like a sandy base for the glitter. This one is like a goldish glitter, and it's got different flecks in it, silver and gold. It kind of gave me a beachy sandy feeling. And then this one is straight silver. I stand corrected, it has flecks of red in it. So I figured that would be fun to play with. So let's start with one and see what happens. And while I'm getting my head straight, trying to find the nail stand to put this on, how about you hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. So let's do a thin coat of this eggshell. I'm going to fade it down towards the tip. Well, that didn't really fade. That was full coverage. But I'm going to cover it anyway with the blue. I just want a base on there. I'm going to give that a 30-second cure once I turn on my lamp. Now, before I go ahead and lay down that blue, I want to lay down our glitter. Okay, we've got our eggshell down, we've got our glitter down, and now we're going to go ahead and ombre and peekaboo out our blue. I have got stuff on my ombre brush. Let's go ahead and clean that. Okay, so we're going to start at the tip and pull the color down. To about there. And then we're going to take our ombre brush and feather down the blue.
Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning? Would you stay till the morning?
Just like that. We don't need to go crazy. And now we're going to pop that in the lamp. All right, so we're gonna set that aside for a moment because I wanna start with our modeling gel. This is from Nailz by Dev, Trippy Gel. We've got our red and we've got our peach. Usually when I go ahead and use 3D gel or modeling gel, I do clear and I paint it out. I do still want to paint on it, but I wanna start with the red base. And to give it some dimension, we're going to mix in peach. I was going to mix it in some orange, but that wouldn't actually be accurate. And I don't want it to start looking like Halloween. Halloweeny. Let's grab a metal tool. Just going to use one of my cuticle pushers. And we're going to grab less gel than we think we need. Particularly with the red, because I want it more peach than red. So we're just going to grab a little bit of the red, maybe a little bit more than that. You want to wear gloves. Please do not barehand it. And then we're going to grab more of the peach. And we're just going to mash it together to try to get some modeling going on. Make it look a little bit more natural. I grabbed a little bit more peach. Now there are different kinds of starfish. There are red ones. There are, I guess, peachy ones. There are peach and black ones. We are going with the red one, obviously. Obviously. So how do I want to create this? I should have cleaned my surface first. Because there's some cat hair. This is a silicone mat, by the way. I got them on Amazon. They're for resin work, but you can use it for anything. All right, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to start shaping this. Do we just start going at it? Do I need to put it on the nail first? Gonna try to carve out the tentacles. goes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't wanna sleep tonight at all. Just wanna watch them stars fall.
5. Now let's try to get them splayed in a different direction.
To be seen, I wanna lay here beside you. Oh, quiet. Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know, it's where we go.
So I'm just working it gently, pushing it in the direction that I want it. Of course, every starfish is different from the next, so there's no real map that you need to follow other than the fact that it should be a star. I'm going to switch to one of my silicone tools so that I can manipulate it a little bit more. And I think I want to go for my Madam Glam silicone tool because it's smaller and I can be more precise with it. And I'm going to wet it with a little bit of alcohol so I can smooth out the edges a bit because they're getting a bit mottled. And this way I can also clean up the surface of the nail, which has some of the red on it. I want to try to lift some of the legs from underneath so it's more three-dimensional and not pressed onto the surface.
It's not what we see, it's what we choose to be. We're beyond good, I've never been so ready. Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know.
I think this one might be a little long, so I'm going to nip off the end.
Oh, it's not what we see, it's what we choose to be. Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know, it's where we go. I grow wings and
I'm slightly pushing down on the sides where they connect so that it creates the natural nooks and crannies that you will find on a starfish.
Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be?
All right, I think that's actually pretty good. I don't want to work it too much more. I don't want to get fanatical about it,
Find the remedy
as I usually do.
with me now till the morning.
So I'm going to, I think, leave it here, she says as she keeps playing with it. And I'm going to start painting in some dimension. So let's pop it in the lamp. Do I want to lift up any of the legs a little bit more? I think we're good. So I'm going to pop this in the lamp and hope it's really well stuck down. And then we're going to start painting out some of the design. All right, moving on to the painting. Let's go back to our reference image. I'm going to be using Shane Gel from Nailz by Dev to just paint in around the base going up into the corners of the tendrils. Just putting some on my painter's palette and grabbing a brush from somewhere.
Maybe I'm just too weak, maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now I feel the love that we said we would burn. Oh, I know that you feel it too. I know that I told you we're over, I swear that I'm so
And now I'm gonna go back in. I really hope I recorded the last bit because I just saw it's recording and I don't know if I hit stop when I meant to hit record and record when I meant to hit stop. But anyway, I'm going to go in with a little bit more red to add it back in some color. And this is somewhat of a semi-transparent red. It's called Double Trouble from Madam Glam. I just want to make sure that I have enough depth in here so that when I go and put in the starfish's pattern, you can actually see it. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with the pattern and not get too crazy. I don't want these nails to take an eon. They're supposed to be fun, not laborious. So I'm gonna take my smallest dotting tool, and it's funny because the pattern on this starfish kind of looks like a seaming pattern, like if you're stitching a seam together. So I think first I want to draw the lines that go down each leg. And they don't go all the way through to the center. So they kind of create, you know, you've got the what do you call it? The center, which kind of forms a diamond of sorts. So there's kind of like diamond patterns. And then you've got dots. Now there are like other lines that intersect and connect the dots to the center line, but I don't, like I said, I don't want to get too crazy and have it not look like anything recognizable. So I'm just going to add a few more dots down the sides of the legs, and then I may try to add in some more darker reds for contrast, but we'll see what it looks like once it's cured. Oh. All right, so this is what we have so far, and we are almost done. I just, like I said, I want to go in and see if I can put in some more deeper tones of red. So I took Vampire Drunk from a Prey, and I've got it on my palette. I'm just going to try to wash it in without being disruptive to the pattern. The traveling kind, it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. All right, I really do think that's good enough. I'm a little disappointed with some of the markings I've got on the blue, so I will probably go in with another thin layer of blue, and then we're going to top coat and be done with this nail. I kind of want to see what the starfish would look like matte, because starfish do not shine unless they're in the water, and this one is not in the water. It is laying on top of a nail. But yeah, I want to see what it looks like matte, so I'm just going to paint that out. And then if I don't like it, I can go over it with shiny top coat when I go and do the rest of the nail. All right, I think I'm liking that, I think. So let's go ahead and put in the top coat for the rest of the nail. And then we're gonna move on to the next nail.
Just to be seen, I wanna lay here beside you. Oh, quiet. Fire breath and open sky.
I'm changing my mind. I want to see if maybe I just do the tips as if it's coming up out of the water.
It's not what we see, it's what we choose to be. Sunflowers, high grass, and
Okay, so the next nail we are going to be doing a sand dollar. So I started out with our eggshell color again and our gold glitter, and I kind of did a circular ombre with the glitter, but starting from the border and going in. So I just painted around the edge and used my ombre brush to kind of feather it inward instead of down. Didn't feel it was necessary to really go over it, so I did it off camera. If you want to see me do it, let me know down in the comments and I will do a video about ombreing in different patterns. But for right now, I'm gonna try to figure out how to work out this sand dollar. And I had it kind of in a semicircle going off the side of the nail, so I may try to do that. I want to roll it out pretty thin though. So I think I'm going to work with it on the mat. And then transfer it to the nail. I'm going to press it down with my finger, and then I'm going to use the cap to kind of press it thin. Let's see if it fits the shape of the nail, or the size of the nail rather. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut off an edge. And then I want to use our silicone tool again and kind of make the edges irregular, because sand dollars aren't perfectly round. Now the tricky part is going to be cutting out the holes in the sand dollar. Without warping it. I of course can't see where I'm cutting, and I don't want to cut through the mat. So maybe I don't need to necessarily remove any pieces, just need to stretch it. Like poke the hole and then move the pieces aside, just like that. That's working. All right, I'm going to flash this on the mat. I don't want it completely solid because I want it needs to be somewhat concave, domed, because they're hard to describe if you haven't seen a sand dollar. They're kind of like pushed up in the center, but not in any great amount. All right, that should be enough to be able to work with it without losing the shape.
oh, I know that you feel it too.
Just grabbed a little bit more alcohol.
sober, just listen, I miss
I actually could have made it a little bit larger.
all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that.
All right, I think I'm gonna redo it. And I'm just going to do it on the nail like I normally do.
Let it be. If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Stay till the morning light. Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right.
All right, so we have our sand dollar, which is kind of difficult to see at this point because it is clear. But we're going to paint it white. It does have a pattern on it in the center. It kind of has like a starfish shaped pattern. So we're going to try to mimic that as well. But first, let's get it painted out so that we can actually see it. And we'll have to be careful not to paint out the circles, or the holes rather.
I swear that I'm sober, just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. You're gone now, will you coming back? Yeah, I know that, yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind, it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that.
All right, we have our sand dollar. I have matted it because sand dollars definitely are matte. Whether or not it stays matte is anyone's guess. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about anything anymore. A little dramatic. Okay, so we're going to put in our pattern, and the slits go in between. I don't know where that came from. A piece of Mylar just literally dropped into the middle of my workspace. We don't want you here. We're not working with Mylar today. Really don't know where that came from. Anyway, the starfish pattern on the sand dollar goes in between the slits.
You're far away, and yet so close. Yeah, I feel
Thinking if I like it.
I can feel you. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me.
No. Note to self, leave this portion in so that people can see that things don't always work out the way you want the first, the second, or even the third time.
I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your end destination.
My God, what is wrong with me?
Will you coming back?
All right, I did end up going over it multiple times more because it was driving me insane. I went and matte top coated it again, and now I'm just finishing up with some shiny top coat for the rest of the nail. I am also going to drop some shiny down into the holes because they got a little bit of a little mottled from playing around with the sand dollar.
Don't wanna sleep tonight at all.
I somehow managed to get red gel polish all over my right glove, so I removed it and will be replacing it before I start the next nail. Okay, skipping ahead to nail 4, I'm going to take my white gel, which is slightly discolored for some reason. I guess I got it dirty at some point, but I'll be able to paint over it anyway. I just want to start with a white base. I want to try to create the clamshell. Now this is the one that gives me the most pause. And here I went and I reversed the image from, or the design from the first nail where I had the glitter at the top and the blue at the bottom. I've gone and reversed it. I'm not really sure how to create the top of the clamshell, and I do want this nail to be the most 3D out of all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten it. This is going to be the base, and I want to create kind of like the inside of the shell that the pearl is going to sit in. This is probably larger than what I need, so let's take some of this off.
Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know, it's where we go.
Mold it off of the tip of my finger because I want it to be somewhat rounded, and then I can attach it with glue. Gel rather. Well, no, it would have to be glue because it won't cure otherwise.
I've never been so ready. Fire breath and open sky.
Trying to make it a little bit ragged and uneven at the bottom.
It's where we go. I grow wings and tell Larry goodbye.
Yeah, don't think that's quite getting the effect that I want. What can I mold it on top of? Should I use the nipple top that I used for one of my other videos? Is that going to be large enough?
It's not what we know, it's where we go. I grow wings and tell Larry goodbye.
So this is going to be the back end of it where it connects with the top of the clamshell. All right, let's go ahead and cure that.
Follow me, or would you let it be if I leave tonight?
All right, so that is cured as much as we need it to be at the moment.
Me now till the morning light. Before you turn away, I just want you.
And that's great because it has texture on the inside, so that's going to look great. I am going to glue that down with some nail glue. And I use KDS nail glue. And it's the best that I've used. It dries really, really fast. And then when I'm finishing the nail, I'll go over it with gel just to really encapsulate it. Ooh, hello. Is this gonna work? Okay, that is attached. I think it's a bit bigger than what I wanted it to be, but I really love the shape of it. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next one. That binging in the background is my sister texting me that she got home. It is 12:59 in the morning. She flew back home to New York tonight. She was supposed to fly out yesterday, but the weather up and down the East Coast in Florida and in New York and Rhode Island and everywhere was kind of horrible yesterday. And the flight kept getting moved backwards and forwards. And decided just to play it safe and fly out tonight instead. So consequently, it still got delayed because of weather. And she didn't get home until just now. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Should I just keep it on the half shell or should I put the top shell also? I kind of like the idea of doing the whole shell. But I think it might be a bit much. Let's see. I'll make it, and then if I don't attach it, then I don't attach it.
We could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning? Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right.
Don't like the way the top is looking. Probably because top shouldn't have this piece, which thankfully I can just break right off. I was going to cut it, but no need. Try and decide if I want to attach it.
I know that I told you.
I can just... Nah. Let's put the pearl inside and see what happens. But first I want to paint out the interior. Let me see if I can get some images of what the inside of a clamshell looks like. So I made this a little bit more curved than it needed to be. Clamshells are kind of flat, but we're going to go with it anyway. Excuse me. I need to grab some brownish. Okay, so I've got High Roller and I've got Dreamer. And I'm also going to use some of the Eggshell color. Now I'm going to use my ombre brush just because I want to create really thin stripes of the colors. At least I'm going to try to. And they're going to radiate outwards from the center.
I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your destination. You're far away and yet so close. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you're up in space. You're inside the noise. I can feel you.
Okay, so I thought I was recording when I wasn't, and I was recording when I didn't know that I was. So I'm having some trouble laying in the lines in the way that I like. So I'm just kind of dabbing it in with my liner brush instead. And what I said was, I think I'm, worrying about it more than I need to because the pearl is going to be in the center. And then I said, but aren't pearls usually in oysters, not in clamshells? So yeah, we're just going to play around with it. All right, I'm going to cure this and get the pearl ready. So let's go ahead and push my drink aside that I've kind of forgotten about. And let's grab some pearl, some Aurora Gel. Aurora. My gloves are clean. Let's check. And this is going to be simple because it is just a circle. I think we can do a larger pearl than that considering the size of the shell. I'm gonna set that off to the side because I want to mattify the inside again. And actually, I think I'm just going to drop the pearl into the center so it can cure along with the base. I can't get it off my finger. Okay, so maybe not. Let's go ahead and cure this, and then I will worry about the pearl.
Don't wanna sleep tonight at all.
Why is this the most difficult part of it?
Just wanna watch them stars fall. But you don't wanna try to make up dreams just to be seen. I wanna lay here beside.
All right, so now all that's left to do is make the pearl shiny, which I think I'm going to do with smaller brush so that I don't make the inside of the shell shiny again. And now we'll do the rest of the nail. I'm going to push it up against the underside of the shell so that it really encapsulates it, since all that's holding it on is a little bit of nail glue.
We choose to be.
Okay, so for the last nail, we don't have to worry about painting a background because the whole nail is going to be a design. Trying to think. I may actually want to paint it white, now that I said that. Alright, so I'm going to take Perfect White from Madame Glam. I'm not using any molding gel. I'm going to be using a thick top gel to create the design on top. So I have removed my gloves because they were making my hands very, very sweaty and uncomfortable. I'm going to do 2 coats of the white, and then we're going to kind of create these random bleeding stripes across the surface. Okay, so ordinarily for this part, look at this, my hands are molting from the gloves. Ordinarily I would use blooming gel for this, but I do not have any. So I'm just going to use a thin coat of base to help the color bleed across the nail. You want to work relatively quickly because you don't want all the colors to just blend and bleed together, because then you won't get the effect that you want. And all transparency, I have not done this before in this way in terms of creating these stripes for anything other than a marble. So if it works out, great. If it doesn't, oh well. So we're just going to create kind of semicircle lines. Because these are going to serve as the lines on the clamshell.
Would you let it be if I leave tonight? We could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away.
All right, when you get it the way you like it, pop it in the lamp to stop it from spreading. You just want to go in with some sharper whites before we go and do the next part of the design, which will be the 3D element.
And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see.
You do want to put a top coat over this before you go ahead and do the 3D portion.
Follow me, or would you let it be if I leave tonight? We could do this right. We'll find the remedy
I'm going to do a velvet matte top coat.
till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light.
All right, so the last part of this nail is to take a long liner. That's a short liner. That's still a short liner. Too long. Let's try this one. And we're going to just take our top gel. This is a no wipe top gel, and we're going to start from the center and fan out into a clam shell design. So we're not going to go straight up, we're going to go at a slight angle. I think I need to cure some of the lines independently because they're bleeding together. So I'm going to flash cure as I go. So I do want them rather close together, but I don't want them to distort one another.
Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that.
All right, so I wasn't going to top coat over the rest of it, but I think I want to. Just to really drive home the waviness of the shell. The top coat kind of makes it look a little bit more distorted and blends it out. So I'm really just scrubbing the top coat over the surface because I don't want it to bloat the lines. I want them to stay nice and prominent, but I want to make the rest of the nail shiny as well. All right, so that's going to do it for this video and these sets of nails. I am so happy with the way they came out, and I hope you are too. Some of them definitely did give me some trouble. The ones that did were the unexpected ones, but that's usually the way it goes. Let me know if you have any comments or questions as to any of the products or the techniques I used in this video. As always, you can drop a comment down below. All the information for the products I used will be in the description box below. And if you have any ideas for upcoming content, also, please let me know. And while you are letting me know, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye. All the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me.